Real estate teaches you how to be humble. Can't let it get to your head. Yeah, because you can have a good day, but you're only as good as your last game.
Couple of interesting questions that I've noted down as we were talking. So opening up your own business in Dubai and then growing, you have seems like a really tight team, a loyal team that stay with you for a considerable amount of time, given the average in Dubai. Why is that, and how do you do that?
I think since we started quite early, I think when I was looking at hiring or setting up a team, I didn't really go the regular route that companies go with now, which is, hiring, having HR interviews and, running campaigns. I kind of picked people along my journey and people picked me to join their journey, So I've had very, very, very good friends work for us, work for the team. I've had clients sometimes who wanted to come along and, do this and, and join the team. I've had people walk into the office. I've had friends who recommended people. I've never really sat down and done an interview with someone who I don't know. It's always been word of mouth, a referral.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed that because they've seen the way I work. I've seen them. I've heard of them. It comes with good positive feedback. And I never really wanted to grow the team into the hundreds or the FTs because I didn't want to lose our core identity, because we've been here from 20 years now established. I had we value it on principles now. We have the portfolio, we have the investor database. If our ethics go wrong, we're in trouble. And the only way we can get into trouble is if we start being dishonest. And if we go wrong,
Change away and step away from principles.
So I didn't want to actually ever have the risk of damaging that part.
Mm-hmm.
So right now we have real estate brokers who have been with us for 13, 14 years and who are at the top of the game.
Yeah.
Day in and day out, put in the effort. Almost every sales or leasing agent of mine owns property in Dubai now. At least one unit. Most of my guys who have been around for a long time have bought themselves villas that they moved into. So they made money. They've lost money as well, and in the tough times, but then they made back money and they've done it the right way.
Nice.
So that's how it is. We have admin. We have a beautiful property management team. My team average has been with me for 10 plus years. They know the way I think. They know how to look after our clients. They know what our clients want to do. My clients depend on them more than they depend on me now. I don't get involved in the day-to-day operations anymore because my clients know who to call from my team. Because that relation is probably 7-8 years old.
Yeah.
So that's why it's a well-oiled machine at the moment.
Amazing.
And that gives me the opportunity to now go out and help my investors who are getting into development.
Yeah.
Where I can consult, where I can help, where I can work with a team like you.
Yeah.
And not worry too much about my operations in the office.
Amazing. Sounds amazing. Really great to see. But let's say if I take all of that away from you, I give you a few extra years, you go back, you're 25 years old, you're new into the country, and you start from nothing. What do you do?
Well, I wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't change any part of my journey. I would be hungry as I still am.
Yeah.
First one in the office, last one out. Keep struggling at it, building investor confidence, building trust. That's all you got to do.
And how do you build trust?
You got to keep performing day in, day out. I have clients who I started renting with them, and then they trusted me to buy their first unit with me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I bought 1, and I bought 5, and I bought 20. The trust just grows. And it's not something that you do or you don't do. It's what you keep doing what you do right. You keep advising honestly, and you will see the trust and the network building from the other side.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you an example. we have an investor who's in the banking industry over here, and I met him a few months ago, and he gave me one of his apartments for sale. It took me 3 months to sell it, got it done, everything done. The second we signed the MOU, he said, "Oh, I've got one more for sale." And I said, "Why didn't you tell me?" He said, "Well, I was still
Testing you.
testing you out, you know." And it's always going to happen. It's every day. It doesn't matter how much time you spent in the business. It can be 20, it can be 2 years, 2 months. You're going to be tested every day, you know, and that's why you can never take it for granted, you know. And I've told a lot of my friends and my employees and my sales guys who have done really well, you know, real estate teaches you how to be humble.
Yeah.
You know, you can't let it get to your head.
Yeah.
Because you can have a good day, but you're only as good as your last game. So, you know, I mean, you can have a really good month, but if you sit on it, and it gets to your head, you can have really bad 6 months.
Yeah.
You know, and it can come. So you got to just, you know, be humble, be focused, and see how you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting. So you've seen a lot of people come and go, not only in your company, I would imagine, but all across Dubai in your whole lifetime. What separates the ones that last to the ones that just don't really make it?
I think things have changed quite a bit now. I think, you know, companies are investing a lot in training now.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I don't think companies did a lot of training. Yeah. You know, it was probably on-site training at that time, but I think companies now are doing a good job with their training programs, and I'm seeing better agents now than I ever have. You know, I'm seeing better agents, qualified agents coming into the market, who are talking data, who are talking numbers. You know, and that will help our industry move forward.
Mm-hmm.
That will help our just become more clear. Absolutely, you know, competition is good for everyone, and this is going to help us move forward as an industry. And at the same time, while this is happening, you will see a lot of people fizzle out. People who are not data-driven, people who are stubborn, people who want to stick to their old ways of doing business, they will eventually fizzle out. You know, you see a lot of experienced real estate professionals, you know, coming in front of the cameras nowadays. And that never happened before, because they have realized that you need to be seen, and what experience they have, they had to share it now.
Yeah.
You know, because our industry is not very old.
Yeah.
You know, and you have to share your experiences now. You have to matter and you have to exist.
Yeah.
So people who don't want to, or people who refuse to, eventually will fizzle out, unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.